The Bhagavad Gita, a sacred Hindu text, unfolds on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Two armies face each other, each side filled with family and friends. This is a battle for a kingdom. It is a battle between good and evil. Arjuna, a skilled warrior, leads one of the armies. He is bound by duty to fight. He sees his own kin on the opposing side. He is torn. His heart aches at the thought of killing his own people. Arjuna's dilemma is not just about war, it is about life itself. We all face choices, we all have duties and desires. Sometimes these duties and desires conflict. This is the heart of Arjuna's struggle. In the verse BG 2.5, Arjuna expresses his deep anguish. He says he would rather live a simple life, even begging for food, than to achieve victory through the slaughter of his loved ones. This verse sets the stage for a profound exploration of duty, desire, and the very meaning of life. Arjuna's words in verse 2.5 reveal a man grappling with his conscience. He is a warrior, trained to fight, yet he feels a deep sense of righteousness. He cannot bear the thought of killing his own family. He sees the faces of his teachers and elders on the other side. He remembers their love and guidance. How can he raise his bow against them? How can he spill their blood on the sacred ground of Kurukshetra? Arjuna's pain is palpable. He is not afraid of death. He is afraid of the sin of killing his own kin. He would rather embrace poverty and humility than live with the burden of such a heinous act. This internal conflict is a testament to Arjuna's character. He is not driven by blind ambition or lust for power. He is a man of deep moral conviction, willing to sacrifice everything for what he believes is right. Arjuna's preference for begging over bloodshed speaks volumes about his values. He is ready to relinquish the material gains of victory, the power and riches of a kingdom. He chooses instead the path of righteousness, even if it leads to poverty and deprivation. This choice highlights the depth of his moral crisis. He recognizes that true happiness cannot be built on a foundation of violence and bloodshed. He understands that the guilt of killing his own kin would be unbearable, a heavy weight on his soul. Arjuna's dilemma resonates with us because it speaks to a universal truth. Material possessions and worldly success are fleeting and empty without inner peace. He teaches us that true wealth lies in aligning our actions with our conscience, even if it demands great sacrifice. His willingness to embrace poverty, rather than betray his soul, is a powerful reminder of the importance of moral integrity in a world often seduced by power and greed. Arjuna's moral dilemma finds a powerful echo in Western literature, particularly in Shakespeare's tragedy, Macbeth. Driven by ambition and spurred by prophecy, Macbeth murders King Duncan to seize the throne of Scotland. Although Macbeth initially believes that kingship will bring him happiness, he soon discovers the price of his actions. Guilt and paranoia gnaw at his soul. He is haunted by nightmares and plagued by fear. His reign becomes a living hell. Macbeth's inability to enjoy the fruits of his crime underscores the profound truth that true happiness cannot be achieved through immoral means. The guilt of his actions poisons his existence, turning his victory into a bitter defeat. This literary parallel illuminates the universal nature of Arjuna's struggle. Whether on the battlefield of Kurukshetra or within the walls of Macbeth's castle, the human conscience demands accountability. It reminds us that true peace comes from aligning our actions with our values. The stories of Arjuna and Macbeth highlight a profound truth. Guilt has the power to transform life's pleasures into sources of pain. When we act against our conscience, when we prioritize ambition over integrity, we invite a darkness into our lives that can eclipse even the most radiant joys. Imagine a king sitting on his throne surrounded by wealth and luxury. Yet, he cannot enjoy his riches because he is haunted by the faces of those he betrayed to gain his power. The food he eats turns to ashes in his mouth. The music he hears grates on his nerves. His crown becomes a crown of thorns. This is the price of guilt. It robs us of our ability to experience joy. It casts a shadow over our lives, reminding us of the discrepancy between our actions and our values. Arjuna, in his wisdom, recognizes this dangerous potential. He understands that the guilt of killing his kin would be far more unbearable than any material deprivation he might face by choosing the path of righteousness. Section 6. The Timeless Whisper of Conscience, a Universal Struggle. Arjuna's dilemma on the battlefield of Kurukshetra transcends time and culture. It speaks to a universal human experience, the struggle between our desires and our conscience. We all face moments when we are tempted to compromise our values for personal gain. We may be tempted to cheat on an exam to secure good grades. We may be tempted to lie on a resume to land a dream job. These choices may seem insignificant compared to Arjuna's dilemma, but they all involve the same fundamental conflict, choosing between what is easy and what is right. The Bhagavad Gita reminds us that these choices have consequences. Every action, every decision leaves a mark on our soul. When we act against our conscience, we create a separation within ourselves. We damage our sense of integrity, and this damage can manifest in many ways, from anxiety and guilt to a sense of emptiness and lack of fulfillment. Section 7. Moral Integrity, the Foundation of True Success. Arjuna's willingness to choose a life of poverty over a victory achieved through bloodshed highlights the importance of moral integrity as the foundation of true success. In a world often driven by ambition and material gain, it's easy to lose sight of this fundamental principle. We are bombarded with messages that equate success with wealth, power, and status. Yet the Bhagavad Gita reminds us that true success is not measured by external achievements, but by the alignment of our actions with our values. When we live with integrity, when our actions reflect our deepest truths, we create a sense of inner peace and harmony that no amount of wealth or power can provide. This inner peace is the foundation of true happiness and fulfillment. Arjuna teaches us that it is far better to live a simple life guided by conscience than to achieve worldly success at the cost of our soul. Section 8. Beyond the Battlefield, the Bhagavad Gita's message for today. While the Bhagavad Gita unfolds on an ancient battlefield, its teachings are timeless and universally relevant. Arjuna's dilemma speaks to the challenges we face in our own lives, the choices we make every day between right and wrong, between personal gain and the greater good. In a world grappling with conflict, inequality, and a crisis of conscience, the Bhagavad Gita's message of Dharma, or righteous action, is more important than ever. It calls us to look beyond our own self-interest and consider the well-being of all beings. It teaches us that true strength lies not in physical prowess, but in the courage to follow our conscience, even when it is difficult, even when it requires sacrifice. The Bhagavad Gita invites us to become warriors of the spirit, fighting for justice, compassion, and integrity in our own lives and in the world around us. Section 9. A Legacy of Dharma, Inspiring Lives of Courage and Compassion. The Bhagavad Gita's message of Dharma has inspired countless individuals throughout history to lead lives of courage and compassion. Mahatma Gandhi, a pivotal figure in India's struggle for independence, drew strength from the Gita's teachings on nonviolence and truth. Martin Luther King Jr., a leader of the American Civil Rights Movement, found resonance with the Gita's emphasis on justice and equality for all. These leaders, though separated by time and geography, embodied the spirit of Arjuna's dilemma, choosing the path of righteousness even in the face of adversity. Their lives serve as a testament to the enduring power of the Bhagavad Gita's message, reminding us that the battle for a just and compassionate world begins within each of us. By choosing to align our actions with our conscience, by embracing the principles of Dharma in our own lives, we become part of a legacy that transcends time, a legacy of courage, compassion, and unwavering commitment to the truth.